She spoke intensively about bullying. Please and please and please, if you're being bullied, speak to your parents or your teachers. Speak to somebody. Don't go retaliating. Retaliating is never the option, please. Like sometimes it's okay to stand up for yourself, but like you said, when you see stuff that are meaner, Allah teaches us in the Quran to have compassion. You should also be compassionate to whoever it is you're speaking to, as much as you're being treated wrong. You know, speak to somebody, be compassionate, but don't shut up. You need to speak up for yourself when you're being bullied. Thank you to Fatih for that, and may Allah continue to bless our knowledge and understanding. Alright, and next we are going to be having our big Haba, Ibrahim, Araria, everybody. Assalamu alaikum.
So, I actually have a different topic to talk about, but I'm going to piggyback off of what Fatia said about bullying. So, I know some people had questions about, like, you know, if they bully you, like, you should retaliate, do something. Also, think about the Prophet, you know. He was at one point, like, he was like bad mounted, he was talked bad to, he was physically armed. But did that change his values? No. So like you might be like, oh yeah, like I'm not like a B word, I'm not a chicken, like I should fight back, things like that. But also, there are ways you can go around bullying that doesn't do like physically harming someone or like doing what they did to you back to them. Like that's like reward evil for evil. That's not what it is. Yes, there are times like okay, yeah, like stand your ground, like be your own person. But think about it. You doing evil for evil, you just make it more evil. Also, they are also like helpers, like there are people that help you around. Like you have friends, go to the same school. You know, like talk to them, let them know like, oh yeah, this and this is happening. Or like talk to your friends, talk to your teacher, talk to your parents. Things like that. Don't act like I said, oh yeah, because like, oh let's go to the restaurant, let's go like box it out. That's not what it's all about, you know. Also yeah, like making dua, praying, like just talking to talk to our father, like talk to our father, like they have guidance, talk to your friends, they have guidance, things like that. Like, so what I'm saying is just you don't have to be doing evil for evil. You don't have to like fight back. You don't have to do all that, right? Sometimes. Did you get that? You know, you're not talking about like like fighting back and like standing your own ground.
Have you ever been bullied?
No.
Yes, you can't.
This you have. It builds character. Like if you haven't been
Okay, yeah.
you're missing a part of your life.
Okay, I can say like it builds, like it could build like discipline, build character, right? Yes, but like you being bullied, it's like you don't have to. You being bullied does like build character, yes, but you have like negative. No. It might not be the wrong way. Like speaking from someone that like, I also went to like talk about like my military training, right? Where you go there, like you see different people, like different sergeants, and they will talk down on you. Like there's something they're trying to break you down to build you back up. So sometimes they break you down, but that person won't build you back up.
Is that the same thing with bullying?
That's what I'm saying. The bullying is to break you down, yes, but having.
The question I'm asking is, bullying, what you are talking about is training.
No, that's what I'm just trying to explain to you.
Yeah,
They might bully
about
you.
in aspect of bullying most times is different from the training setting.
Yes.
Bullying is different. But what I understand about bullying is like,
Guys, keep it down.
while we're growing up, right? If I get bullied, you understand? What I feel like people around, like kids around or growing up in this part of the world, we feel that when is the mentality like they say, snitches get bruises.
Stitches.
Yes, that's what they say. And most of the time, that is the wrong approach to see things. That's why we say like, once you are getting bullied, report it immediately. Bullying doesn't build your character.
You see, that's what like I understand what you're saying, but I'm with right. But like coming from us, like what Aisha said, like abuse character, right? Coming from us that we've been to school here, we've seen how things like in the younger version, right?
Okay, let me ask this question, and I'll put the question to what's her name, Aisha.
Aisha, yeah.
Aisha, can you explain how bully build character. Just like 1 minute, please.
Okay, can you give me the mic? Okay, so me personally, I've had my own fair share of bullying. Like when I first came to Indiana, people would make fun of me that, oh, I have a gap in my teeth, my skin is dark, I'm African and stuff like that. And eventually, I just don't care. I felt like I needed that part because I feel like you come into this world and you're so naive, you're so sheltered. Your parents, nobody's making fun of you, so you have to go out and you have to like experience this stuff. So further down the road, you will learn how to deal with it. Like in my class we took over the summer, we learned that schools is not just there to teach you, it's more of like it's experience, what teaches you right from wrong, how to behave in society and stuff like that. But I feel like you should always like also not forget the power of prayer. Like me personally, this week I had my first week of classes and it was horrible. I literally come out, I'm like, mommy, give me a shit, mommy, give me a shit. And she's like, oh, that you need to pray and stuff like that. Like, I was just crying. And she had to call me back. She's like, Asha, I've been give me one supplement. And she just gave me like a list of prayers I should say and stuff like that. And she also told me that I shouldn't forget that the Quran says, indeed, with hardship comes with ease. فَإِنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا إِنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا. So Allah wouldn't put you through something you can't handle. Like all this stuff Allah is doing is for a test. Like Allah would not just give all this to you and think you shouldn't go through it. Like you are capable of coming back through this. Like, see, I did get bullied and all stuff like that, but I've grown to the part that like I like me. I tell people I'm African. I tell people about my culture. I tell people about the tribal marks. Like I'm very open about it. And I felt like before it was something that I wanted to hide. Like I didn't like being African, I didn't like being Nigerian, I didn't like being an immigrant. But I felt like those people, like something's personal going through them for them to push it onto me. So now I grow up, I say I'm African, I say I'm Muslim, like I'm going to the mosque. I'm not going to class, I am going to the mosque. So yeah, I feel like that's my own fair share of bullying.
So yeah, like obviously, don't bully, but when you get bullied, stand your ground. Don't falter, understand? And the other thing I was talking about was overcoming the Aram version of yourself. So we all know, like we all have like internal struggles we're struggling with right now. Like there's a particular bad habit, like Jumai said. There's a particular Aram version we're trying to deal with. Like nobody else knows about. It's just you. It's a battle with your inner self that's bigger than you, right? Now, how do you deal with things like that? Like, how do you fight back that inner demon inside you, right? So, the first thing is teaching like a way of like handling your soul. So there are three aspects to it. The commanding soul. This is a part of us that like urges us to do. Do you want to speak? Alright, so this is the part that urges us like to do the evil, to disobedience. That's the commanding soul. And there is the reproaching soul. This is like after doing the bad habit, you feel bad about it. Like after instead of doing your assignments, you're scrolling on TikTok, instead of like doing your house chores, you're like watching movies, doing things like that, right? After that, you feel bad, like, oh, when your parents come, when your mom comes in and she queries you for it, then you start feeling bad. Then the last one is the peaceful soul. This is the soul that's at peace and you're content with your obedience to Allah. Now, how do you recognize the Aram version of yourself? So it's a temporary state influenced by desires, temptations, and sometimes external pressures. It manifests through your actions, your thoughts, and habits to go against the teaching of Islam. What does Islam teach us to? It teaches us to be obedient, to be loyal, to be honest, to be trustworthy. But the Aram version of yourself is often going to teach you the opposite: to be disobedient, to be a bully, things like that. To be dishonest, exactly. Sometimes the truth does set you free. So what are the steps to overcome this your Aram self? The first thing is tawbah, repentance. Be sincere with yourself. Don't just be like, okay, I've done this bad habit. I'll give it up. No, that's not how it works. That's like actually talk to yourself, listen to yourself. Like, yes, this bad habit that I'm doing right now, I did before. I want to fix it. I want to get better. It's not just by words, it's by actions as well. So, like I said, also that's where self-reflection comes in. You realize like, okay, this my choice, like my bad habits, my choices that I'm making right now, are they against Allah? Are they against Islam? Obviously, if they are, then you talk to yourself. Like you seek knowledge. Like ignorance is not always bliss. Go and ask like people that have more knowledge than you. They have them all around you. You have us right here. You have your classmates around you. You have Alpha, your parents all around you. They have more knowledge about it. If you shy to talk about it, that's why we made this youth group right here. To come and talk to us. Like there are certain topics you talk to us about that we're not going to go talk to your parents about it. Like we know how to handle certain things now. So like just come to us. You understand? So like as I said, seek knowledge. Learn about what is permissible, what is forbidden. The Prophet ﷺ said, seeking knowledge is an obligation upon every Muslim. Always strive to, like, even in Islam, in life, in class, always try to seek knowledge. And having good company around you, surround yourself with righteous friends who remind you of Allah and encourage good deeds. So have those people around you that you're able to rest your shoulder on, like, put your shoulder down, you can rest on. Have those people around you. So have those people around you, like they might be the one to bring you back up. They will be the one to bring you back up. They'll be the one to like enlighten you. They'll be the one to push you forward. Like that bad habit that you're having now, that TikTok that you're scrolling, that phone that you're handling, the TV you're watching, the show you're watching. You just call so and so. So I'm feeling like this again. I feel like rebounding. I'm feeling like going back to this bad habit that I normally do.